Ask the Expert. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. It is the fourth most common cancer in the U.S. and the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths.
And what you eat or don't eat could affect your risk for developing colorectal cancer. So registered dietitian Lori Meyer is here to join us this afternoon, and this is really a serious topic. So who is at risk for developing this type of cancer?
You know, we all could be at risk, and especially as you get older. They find that the risk really increases after the age of 50, but it crosses all ethnic and racial lines, and women and men develop it at about the same rate. Women think they're not going to get it, and so they're not really concerned about it, but they have just as much colorectal cancer, and in fact, more women die from colorectal cancer than breast cancer. So I think that that's a really important consideration. And you know, there's a lot of risk factors for colorectal cancer. Being overweight and sedentary is a huge one. If you smoke, if you drink a lot of alcohol, but also toxicities can be involved, infections, and diet certainly can be part of it.
So how does your diet affect colorectal cancer?
It's a lot of people think it's red meat in general, and red meat might have something to do with it, but it's especially processed meats and red meat that's really well done or overcooked can actually increase the risk. A little bit of red meat, especially if it's a grass-fed meat, actually may not be as damaging, but it's fried foods and sugar and sweets, believe it or not, those tend to really increase the risk for colorectal cancer.
So don't eat anything
Well,
you get cancer.
So you got the stuff that can help reduce the risk, reduce the chance?
Luckily, the research on this has been really, really good, and they find that if early detection, if you catch it early enough, 90% survival rate.
Oh, great.
So that I think is really important. But there's so many foods, they found so many compounds. Broccoli, one of the best things for colorectal cancer. It has the chemical sulforaphane. It's best raw or lightly cooked. If you have a thyroid problem, probably do a little bit of light cooking on it. Beets, they have this beta-cyanine in them, and the beets, especially if they're raw or fermented, but a little bit of cooked beet also will be beneficial. Here I have a hummus that's made with beets.
Yeah, I saw that.
Carrots.
Like carrots.
Raw or cooked, raw a little bit better than the cooked, and they're recommending that if you cook carrots, cook them whole and then cut them up after you cook them. Celery. The thing I like about this is beets and carrots and celery, not especially expensive vegetables, so anybody can be eating these. Arugula. If you're going to make a salad, add some of that. The berries, blueberries, raspberries, they have a lot of antioxidants in them. They're finding that they actually can help prevent the tumor from growing. Red grapes, the darker the grape, the better. And then we get into the flavoring agents. Garlic, ginger, turmeric, anyway, yogurt, grass-fed cheese. You were asking about the cheese. The grass-fed cheese has more of this compound called conjugated linoleic acid, and that's what's helping reduce the cancer. But here I have a couple of teas. Ginseng. They're finding that if you drink ginseng tea, or this is a ginger and a turmeric tea, a couple cups of that a day would be great. And then this is my breakfast every morning.
Which is?
I make a juice. I use beet, carrot, celery, ginger, and lemon, and we have this every morning, and so we're getting a couple of these things in there. So
good for you, Lori. Appreciate that and the insight. If you have a question for our experts, email them at asktheexpert@todaystmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. We have the number right there, so give us a call. We'll be right back.